Welcome to Mod Wheels. Today on the bench we got a custom 56 Ford truck that we'll be modding, and this isn't something I normally would pick up. I am a big truck fan. I don't have anything in the collection that kind of goes with that to really show off today, and really this isn't one I'd normally pick up. This is something that's not big on the graphics. The wheels are definitely not my style. I know it's for somebody, it's just not for me, but I think with some a few tweaks and changes we can make it into something pretty cool. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first thing we need to do is get this thing out of the package. And actually I didn't go over what case this came in. Been trying to do that, been kind of slacking a little bit. So this is P case. I think that's the first one it came in. I don't think it's a carryover from N. Let me know down in the comments if it is. Forgot to look it up before we started, but here we are. So need to get this package open. I always like to keep a nice clean package to see if we can. Sometimes I like to reuse them. Sometimes I keep them loose, but I always like to have the option. We are just using a little nail polish remover to get this open. See if we can get a clean pull on this one. Yeah. Oh man, she is not wanting to go. Oh, yeah, there we go. Almost got it. Just a little bit on there. All right, we'll set that off to the side. You want to let this dry. I don't know how many times I said it, but if you don't let it dry, it'll reseal itself, and you don't want to do that just yet. All right, with the truck out of the package, take a little look at it. Try to figure out what we want to do here. I mean, I'm definitely taking off these graphics, and I do like a good flat black car. Anybody knows me knows probably why, because my own personal car that I race is actually, I had painted flat black as well, and definitely dig that look. So there's some details we can paint in this, and we got some graphics to remove, so probably need to go ahead and get into it. All right, like always, dry erase marker. I'm just gonna have to start coloring this thing in. Flat black, if I remember, it's kind of a pain to get off, but we can do it. I like to do one panel at a time just to try to keep things. It's really helpful, like on the doors, not to get in those cracks. You start getting in the cracks and it starts to be a real pain in the ass. Try to avoid that just to give us a little less work. Oh, there we go. Oh no, just joking. I thought it was rubbing off better than it was. It's not doing bad. Got a little bit off there. Seems like this marker's kind of fading out a little bit. Might have to switch markers or grab our pad. There, oh, there we go. Little notepad. It's nice to keep around. It'll start to get, it's kind of clogged up with the tampos, and this might just be the marker being poopy. It's kind of going. Like I said, I think the flat black is a little harder than the gloss stuff. So it does take a little getting there. This can use a little, sometimes it's better to get in there with, on these edges, get in there with something like a Q-tip. Can't get your fingers quite in there. You guys can see. You know what? Might be a job for the little tiny guy. There we go. We're looking good, except for this little spot. There we go. Now we just got to do the rest of the truck. So we'll probably just shut up and we'll get to it here. We're going to try something a little different. We got a little of our nail polish remover, and we're going to see how it does on the flat black. Hopefully, oh my gosh. Holy, that works insanely good. Hopefully it's not taking the paint off. Try it on the door if we hadn't hit that yet. Oh yeah, that's just eating through it. Holy, hopefully we're not ruining the paint. Okay, well, might be a new go-to on the flat black vehicle, as long as this didn't mess up the paint. Wow, that's cool. Be super careful using acetone. I've messed up a few cars trying to use it, so you gotta be real light touches. When things are being a pain and I keep going over and over and not much is happening, usually go on to the rest, because that means some paint's starting to, I'm not going to say it's going to, could possibly start to come off. So patience is the key to these, to removing paint. Otherwise you will have a bad time. Nice. Got the little end of the cab there. That done, and we'll move on to the bedside. So not a big step side fan on trucks. But if there's the option, going straight bedsides. But on something like this, on the old 50s trucks, for some reason it does look right on them, which I do dig. Got to pull out the big guns on this. Speed run through this if I can. At least break this up and then move to the dry erase. I'm being real light. Like I said, it can get ugly quick. Man, this thing's just taking it. That's crazy. Alrighty, there we go. Oh, I can see it on camera. Never mind. Can't be having that. A little down there. Okay, how about now? You guys see any spots? You better tell me before we move on here. So, all right, we got the passenger side done. Now we just got to move to the driver's side. All right, we got the driver's side done. Ready to do a little painting here. So we do have a little bit we can do. If it wasn't black, I would probably try to black out the grill, but I want a little bit of a breakup, so I'm not gonna do that. These are different. Fine tip. Is this the right? Oh, thought I had new markers. What is this? You know what? I'm gonna try. Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought these were my normal brush tip, but you know, see if we can get these to work anyway. I do want to get back here. I feel like I need the brush. Maybe not. Kind of hard to tell sometimes if you get in there, especially with chrome, the way everything kind of shows up. I do want to get some black in here. Little fine tip guy in here. There we go. The headlights, we're going to use a little bit of gray. If you use the aluminum, it doesn't stick out as much. I kind of want them to look like headlights. Like, needs to be more of a difference in the shades, and the aluminum kind of doesn't make it really stick out as much as like what this gray does. Let's be a little corner light here. We'll maybe be real careful. There we go. That'll work. Got a little on our hood scoop here, or I guess that'd be our intake. That'll work. A little license plate area, because why not? I think we're gonna have to use a brush to get in here. That fine tip, I'm not, kind of got trust issues, so I think I'm gonna do the rear end, the drive shaft, and then go from that. That's really hard to see what's kind of going on. Was thinking about keeping the diff cover chrome, but I think since there's so much chrome already, we'll just do some black. Keep the air tank chrome, but let's see if we can get like these straps. I guess we could go back. Well, yeah, we're gonna have to clean that up. Give us a nice clean line. And then got these markers out thinking they were gonna be a brush tip, but I don't know. I've actually never really messed with these fine tip too much because I thought they wouldn't be fine enough. They seem to be doing the job. I'm just taking a wild guess and assuming those are taillights. They're nowhere else. Not real familiar with these trucks, but I feel like they're usually over here. Unless it's maybe, I guess it's a custom, so they could go anywhere. We'll let that dry. It looks like they need maybe another coat. That red usually does. Of course, we got to do the exhaust tips. Not gonna stick out too well. Let's do that for now. Maybe we can go back with our black marker and get in there. That's gonna be a rough one. All right, these tail lights again. Go for the exhaust, and I think we're gonna go for the exhaust. See if we can maybe just get a little touch. Oh yeah, that works pretty good. And I sort of missed. Yeah, I think that'll work. With that, I think we are all done painted up. Let me know if I missed anything, so I can, do that real quick for you guys. But I think we're ready to move on to wheels. For the wheels, we went with a staggered set of these Advan, because I am a big JDM fanboy, so we got to throw some ricer wheels on there, if you will. We are a no drill. It is a no drill channel as much as I can, so we will just be snipping these dudes off. Those lovely skull wheels out of here. I believe a truck like this is a real good example where the tube and pin axles really shine. Because this is such a thin base on the back, we're going to really have to try to dial this in. And we are going to start with a 20 millimeter axle and see how that does. May have to throw a little spacer in here as well. What do we think? Where do we want the wheel? We need it right up in there, I think. I think a small spacer. Let me grab some. I do have these little spacer kit. Comes with a bunch of different sizes. I do have a size that looks like it could be close. I think it's honestly gonna be a little too big, but let's go ahead. It's already cut. It's ready to go. So let's just check it out. Oh yeah, I can't even get the axle in there. She too thick. It's got 3 C's on it. Let's see here. Is that the same size? That is. Gotta find a smaller one. I believe these are gonna be the winners. And these are just spacers I got from Mod My Ride. I think it's modmyride.com. If you Google it, you'll find it. And that's their standard size. If you can see, I know it's hard to see. I use this size quite a bit on, man, most everything. It seems like the good universal size. So would much recommend. They make it real easy, and these are cheap. So we'll just get these cut up, and then we'll clean off all these burrs real quick. And there we go. That's not really necessary unless, you know, you like to take pride in your stuff and make things nice. That's really all that's for. If you don't do it, I lose a little respect for you. There we go. Oh, that fits nice. You know, might be a little tight, but that looks cool. Fun part is getting the other spacer in there. Now what's really good is I don't have a pin that's bent for this. And I grabbed the wrong wheel. Thought it was feeling a little small. And that axle might be the wrong size. Nope. I think that's just right. Alright, we got some pins. Usually do this at the beginning, but I forgot. Give these dudes a little, give them a little bend here. Okay, well, maybe it could probably use a little less spacer, but I like the way it looks, so I'm going to leave it. Rear axle was a 20 millimeter. We're going to try a 20 millimeter up front, see how that does. And we're going to need a spacer. I think we'll be close on the axle size. I think we need a bigger spacer. Maybe that white one we had. Try that. I don't have the size on the spacer. These are just kind of universal ones that have a bunch of different sizes, so something you just got to kind of play with. I think that'll work. Yeah, that's perfect. Now for the fun part, gotta get a spacer on here. My big dumb fingers. That wasn't bad. Okay, might need more axle. I lied. This is actually the fun part. Now let's let it rip. See how it does. Wow, a little better than the. Man, should I fix the rear? Smaller spacer. Nope. Hey, okay, I'll fix it. Like I said, good reason to run axles like this so you can pull these apart. Problem with something like this is trying to get them out. Actually, I know just the thing. Get in there, get something small, pull it right out. And try not to lose all your pieces. Alright, going for these super thin boys. Hopefully they're enough to make it still look good and not have to change the axle sizes, hopefully. Oh yeah, I think that'll work. Fun part. Funner part. That wasn't actually that bad. It's like I've done it a time or two. Ooh, got a little stick out on the axle. I know you guys can't see it. It's just a little kiss. I'd show you guys, but I don't want this thing to fall apart. So there's a little play, which is perfectly fine. And now look, now it rolls perfect. A little fix on the fitment, and that thing is she's looking fresh. And to get a better view, let's go ahead and throw it on the turntable for a little before and after, my favorite part of the video. And let me know what you guys think. How'd we do? Did I miss something? Is there something I should have done different? You know, now's the time to roast me in the comments if you want to. But for now, I think it turned out really good. It turned into something I would actually purchase. Otherwise, I probably would just pass this one up, but now, man, this is something I will have to keep in the collection, and definitely gonna have to throw her back in the package. You know how I like to throw them in the wrong way because it brings a little attention to it. Get a better view. There we go. There she is. That's awesome. She looks really good. I dig that one. So thanks for hanging out, and hopefully we will see you on the next one.